wouldn't it be great to know in advance whether or not you're likely, or in fact whether you definitely will or won't, achieve something that you really want? Well, it turns out there is a way to know in advance as to whether you're going to achieve a goal or an outcome that you want or solve a problem. And the way I discovered this was really through the people who come to me for help and assistance to improve some area of their life. Maybe they're working on a problem, or there's something they really want to achieve, or something they feel they need to have in their life for them to be happy. But whatever it is, pretty early on in the conversation, or whether it's an email or we're talking together, pretty early on, I have a good idea. I can tell with almost 100% certainty whether or not they are actually going to get the thing they're after. Now, it's not like I've got some crystal ball or I'm some sort of clairvoyant or I can see into the future. But what it comes down to is really whether or not what the person wants meets 5 very specific criteria. In other words, there are 5 things you need to have in place to make sure that you achieve what you want. And if you don't have any of those things in place, then you definitely won't achieve what you want. Or if you do, it's going to be through a lot of struggle, a lot of hard work, and you're not going to really enjoy or appreciate getting what you think you want anyway. So in this episode, we're going to look at what those 5 criteria are. And as you're listening to this or watching this, you might like to apply it to something that you want in your life, something that you're working towards, or that even you're just thinking, I would like to have that, or I really would like to have that in my life. So whatever it is, see if these five criteria fit in with how you're feeling and what you're doing and how you're thinking, and that will give you an idea, a very good idea, a crystal clear idea on whether or not you should be carrying on trying to achieve what you want in this particular area, or whether you should be doing something else. Now, of course, one of the things I should say straight off is if you've listened to my previous podcast episodes or you know anything about what I say, I generally say you shouldn't have goals. One of the keys to success in your life, one of the main keys, is to stop having goals. But the thing is, and we're going to talk about this more in this episode, by saying you shouldn't have goals, I'm not saying you shouldn't be working towards something in your life. I'm not saying you shouldn't be making progress. I'm not saying you shouldn't just be sitting in the corner and doing nothing and just feeling sorry for yourself and giving up on life. I'm not saying that at all. But there's something very counterproductive about the process of setting goals. And you'll see as we go through the 5 criteria for getting what you want, you'll see how this fits into the whole idea of what a goal actually is. And in fact, it's only when you turn something that you want or would like to have into a goal, it's only when you do that's when the problems arise, that's when things get stuck, and that's when you, instead of making good progress and achieving what you want and living the way you want, you stay stuck in a life of frustration and stress.